Hey guys, so I know I just finished a Minecraft stream, but I thought about it because this game's been out for a while, and I did do a complete playthrough of the original Doki Doki Literature Club. I haven't started the game up myself yet, like not even because I want you guys to experience it with me. Because I don't even know what this game's gonna be like comparatively. So I'm actually really excited to try this game out. Again, I want you guys to start it with me. Let me just, cause let me turn down the light just a smidge. Oh yeah, now we're creepy. Now it's scary. All pluses on here. So, all right, let's start it up. Let's see how this goes. Make sure I got okay. All characters in this game are over the age of 18. That's different. Okay. Whoa. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety, depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Oh, I am on the wrong screen. There we go. Would you like to reveal detailed content warnings? No. Because I know about this game. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you are certain content. This game is different already. Here it comes. Doki Doki. Where's the plus? It looks a bit better. A little bit cleaner. My name is Hudson. I think I'm gonna go after Natsuki first because I really like Natsuki. To me, she's the best of the girls. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Oh man, it's been so long. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you would never see yourself making today, but just kind that works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to watch school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting out. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better running away. However, I just sigh and I will in front of the crossbar and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Hudson. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Hudson, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I already told you, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. Haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry way too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. This is me! This guy's totally me. By the way, I think this week I might do 2 or 3 Persona streams, probably some long ones as well. Uh-huh. I was talking to you about... I was talking about how I was worried that if you don't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college, your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Wow! Rude! You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside that head of hers. Oh, I miss the music of this game. This game used to be so much fun. The school days is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Oop, wrong thing. As I unpack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess no choice to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was phasing out. I was looking around and I realized I'm the only one left in the class. I thought I'd catch you coming out of class, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out. So I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. No, what? Well, that you could come to my club, Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did that because she thought it'd be a fun way to help out start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed closed, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member in. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promise you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to plan this all out. I let out a loud sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Aw, Sayori's so cute. Thus marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I detectively follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, slings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori's always saying nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Hudson. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All the words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it! Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, or Natsuki. Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Hudson. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica's probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Sit down, Hudson. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about we have some tea as well? I enjoy the music. Oh, I forgot how good this game actually is. The girls have a few desks and rooms to form a table. As Suri mentioned, it's wide, so there's one seat next to Monica and one side next to Yuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet door. Still feeling awkward, they take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches over the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? No. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry up and take one. So Sayori grabs the first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glance in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good! Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, because Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry about it. The teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri smiles faintly to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you want to consider? What made you want to consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori really seems happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Those green eyes. As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm impressed. How come you decided to start your own club? You'd probably be a board member for any of the other major clubs. Were you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it feel special out of it. And make something special out of it. If it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you are both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delayed by a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Hudson, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how late I read these last year, I don't really have a good answer to that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of the teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a fun world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about reading. She seems so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up when she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. That does mean a lot. Thank you. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physiological elements usually immerse me as well. I like the music. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror recently. I read a horror book once. I just really tried to grab something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't expect that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often... Sorry about that, guys. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dot over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you normally like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up to Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Also, I'm not not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Sorry. I don't know why I'm so tired. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience like that too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I want to read everyone's poems. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Monica, bleh. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus. Now that we have a new member, I think that'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Hudson? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic, I had only come out what's on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Oh, Natsuki. But I'm sorry. I thought. Hudson. You all. I'm defenseless against girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision on things like this? That is, if writing poems is a price I have to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes all light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Remember, everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem that bring to the next meeting so we can all share it. Monica looks over at me once more. Hudson, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress this class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Hudson, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, so Yuri and I never walk home together because she always has to stay after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Oh, the memories. I have a lot of good memories of this game. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way home, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to go closer to one of these girls. I'm going after Natsuki first. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortunes will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, good. Yes. Nope. Nope. Firefly, nope. Kawaii! Sweet. Nope. I think I mainly did Natsuki. Hi again, Hudson. I'm glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Hudson. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Hudson always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even me asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Hudson can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me in. Oh. Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, but it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It makes me happy, no matter what. Is that so? Let's see. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't normally usually read. You know, and we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now everyone's settled in. Expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. Doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rubbing around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki's utter, exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seemed to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read You read manga, right? Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out the other person's stance. How'd you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books to one side of the shelf. Curious, I pull it out of his stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slings the volume right in the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get closer to look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either out of my demographic or simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the president. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Hudson. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right in my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated, feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs won't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds for Natsuki inches closer. Once again, she's reclaiming the additional space where she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peer on her shoulder, more and more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow. How long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice-of-life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have plot? I mean, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining, but later on there's all kinds of drama, like when they all get all their backstories, and when some of the romance start happening, it really makes it good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems to be about baking. This is just a guess, but I'm guessing a little baking as well. Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she don't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious, since you enjoy baking. Sure, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into something just because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anybody that's that impressionable. Haha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Natsuki. Bleh. I keep messing up her name. Still, of all the hobbies to pick from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good, so who am I to judge? Oh, it's adorable. We read a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like to do with someone else. Excuse me. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series that I enjoy. That's kind of me, because I'm always trying to convince people to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because one of the guys I know... Camera focus. One of the guys I know convinced me to watch JoJo, and I think it's just really good. So, you know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I really wouldn't know. I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Would you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. You're adorable, though. Like, this is why I say Natsuki is best girl. I can't even bring it up to them without... I can't even bring it out without them all being like, you still haven't grown out? Was that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate towards other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. It's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Oh, it's so cute. Oh, Natsuki. You're adorable, girl. So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts to laugh. I totally forgot this happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori. Minori is Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But, if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with somebody like that. And to be able to provide that to Natsuki, for who it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Huh? Are you ready? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. No, you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten into me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it toward Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Oh, yeah, but... Monica just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Cannot stop yawning. Is that really alright? I say mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just read that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. If it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow, I only get part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind in some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's necessary to sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or I'm more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where my stuff is and carefully slide the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done this before. Well, Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share this with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica's hers in a composition book. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting for where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I'm gonna show it to the girl it's meant for. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It should probably only be fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want you to help feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would feel more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and maybe go, ha! Well, it's not that good, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. I'm pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that to myself mostly. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or lose that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can chirp, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less vivid. Yes, exactly. Like when it's easy to read but hits you hard. Like this poem. See, everyone around you seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yep, I understand. But the other nice thing is about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set everything up for a rhyme at the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in that last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I just heard of humor with that last comment. I don't really care how everyone is, but now she's feeling proud. I wouldn't want to take that away from her. We'll show it to Sayori. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Hudson! Eh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be a Ruati. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, you have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, that's part of it. I think I understand you a lot better than other people you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Hudson poem. And that makes you feel extra special, like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you are really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet. But that doesn't, excuse me by the way guys, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Hudson. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, it's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun, okay? This will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hehe. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad, I want breakfast. Ah. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait till morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't enter just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. Get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. That was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. The next time, I won't forget, and I'll write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll be looking forward to it. Yuri. Yuri starts the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for us to read. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. She buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that several minutes and we haven't really gone anywhere. It might take a really to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Oh, right. Since there's three writer habits that are normally typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think I most of the thing I recognize in writing, they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they try to pick a writing style, separate the topic from the matter, and then they form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning example by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if yours apologizes yourself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Okay. Ghost. I can't really read cursive, so this is kind of hard for me to read. Neat. It's very beautiful handwriting, though. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but took you long to read. Ah, well, it's just I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story's about a ghost. Oh, it's... Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it once, after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their own work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. Perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Hi, Hudson. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have suggestions for club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid of bringing things up. I'm much better at just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry about it, Hudson. We're all embarrassed today, you know? But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. I like it, Hudson. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Haha. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. Haha. If you say so. Yep. There's a lot of poems and stories out there with no more than two simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even make... Oh. Hold on. And sometimes they might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poem. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning of them. So I can see why it'd be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying a lot of different things. It could be a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things, because that's the best kind of style that suits you. Everyone might be a bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims they're not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas already scoring with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you'd call it. Sorry, not really the right person to ask for today. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting more emphasis on timing in between words and lines. That I'm not sure. I didn't even know there was a dislike, because on my side I can only see the likes. That's unfortunate. Yeah, things happen. Not everybody's gonna always like one person's content. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yes, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get down something on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Whew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than anticipated. Let's see. So if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling about giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Hudson did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer. But I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, so unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Hudson liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Hudson appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? And are you that full of yourself? I know if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't... That's great. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Hudson started showing up. Natsuki, Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Give me a quick sec, guys. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Hudson, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out their ears, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Hudson. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's only that way to convey complex feelings and the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Hudson? Well, how do I get right in this? It's not like I know anything about writing, but of course it's gotta be. Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think conveying feelings with few words can be just as expressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem really did a good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Huh? Me? That she's so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing. And sure, it can definitely be hard. It looks like we've learned that today. Even small criticisms can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder, so yours might not leave her vigorously. Yeah, so you didn't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Oh yeah, Robo. I had saw that they were making a new version of Doki Doki Literature Club since on the channel there is a complete playthrough of the original Doki Doki. So I thought I'd see what's difference between Doki Doki Literature Club and Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. The game is really good, really fun, like very interesting. My camera didn't want to focus, but thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri looks at me jokingly with a face like that. I can't help feel bad for her as well. Ugh. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Hudson. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about, Natsuki going through. Everyone stop staring at me. Not surprising, Natsuki has a hard time supposed to. So Yuri and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anybody. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poems, right? I hope that was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Hudson. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from lazing. I pressed the button too much, let's see. It's a nice change of pace from lazing around. We got a little too used to. So, me joining the club is responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still more time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe you can take a chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Ah, of course. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worthwhile so far. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing pubs? It was lots of fun. Well, I guess I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Hudson, what about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everybody. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of posting those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Hudson, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since I've seen since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori. About what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Hudson, it's nice that I got to spend time with you in the club. But seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. Aw, Sayori. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is gonna be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't gone on to the kind of situation I'm in. But sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just see what the future holds. We'll just see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. I say that more to myself than her, but it's easier to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, so cute stuff. Kitty. Fluffy. Lollipop. Pink. Kawaii. Pure. Sparkle. Darn it. Cute. Special. Darn it. Love. Nope. Games. Comfort. No. Bunny. Lipstick. Skirt. Sugar. Parfait. Strawberry. Daydream. Nope. It's mainly Natsuki though. Another day passed and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over the past couple of days. And in the club room as usual, seeing Greasy. Hi, Hatsan! Yo, Sayori! Looks like you're in a good mood today. Heh. I'm still just not used to you being in a club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess that simple things, it's always simple things with you. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we look at your purse? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She follows with the lash to get it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto this. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk. Or you plan on conveniently forgetting that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you've deserved to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly goes, I didn't know she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It's just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Hudson to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can reasonably afford. And frankly, after pulling a miserable stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri, but it doesn't happen much. But it's a fun side of you. I think after this day, we'll end it. There's no way that you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I had to sec the revolution. Retribution. Oh no, I dropped my phone. Not again. Give me a sec, guys. Let's see. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Heh heh. I know her. Something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles to this. Ah! Ow! What was? A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. And it was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears the apple and takes a good bite. So good. Sayori claws around her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going to use that. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Natsuki gets over to and goes to my Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches out to nudge Sayori off her face. Nom. Suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's ear. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mm-hmm. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell her? Runs around the room. Monica is in the living room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. I agree. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly a door someone. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glanced at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? No, piano. I wasn't aware you played music at all, Monica. I don't really. I just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play sometime for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds so cool. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Hudson. Monica smiles sweetly. She is adorable. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So did I miss anything, did I? Not really. I trust Levi Sayori's This way, Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. It looks like everyone's already settled down. Sayori has somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her butt, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. It's not over next to me. Yeah, don't worry, I kept my promise. I pulled the first one of Parfait Girls out of my bag. Natsuki takes it and quickly turns over, presumably check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. Can you blame me for being paranoid? I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki made her way to the closet. I followed. So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right?
I was gonna say, do you have any trash?
No. Where did this volume live off again? I forget. Oh, the chapter ended with when Minori and Alice found Monica! Natsuki's voice resonates from outside the closet. I peer inside. Walls do get her blind. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff, clean up a bit. It's still there, I just had to organize it a bit. Top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. Natsuki makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to somehow to reach her mug. Jeez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving all these back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves, and besides, they're really pretty to look at when all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? Natsuki. There's a stool on the wall. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that hangs on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki hops on the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of his clubs. So careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertip reaches the top shelf. One stool big enough for me to easily grab the both, but Natsuki's being so rigid. Use her finger to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls on the floor. The stool walls. Losing balance, Natsuki falls off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her foot. She holds the box triumphantly. There! Having almost fell, Natsuki is a little shaken up. Jeez. No need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get the big surf boxes like that. I can reach them so that I said I can do it. I don't want your help, okay? I'm gonna get a chair, so just hang on. Natsuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see. Aha! So it's each that way. It's a computer chair behind it. It's a little dangerous. There we go. It's a cute scene right there. See, I can easily do it now. Grab the top. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair station? Who was it to me? Yeah, I got you. I hold the chair when Natsuki reaches back up. Natsuki, I can almost see up her skirt. I force myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes, I'll be dead. Natsuki wraps her arms around the Parfait Girl box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey, Hudson? I don't think I've been down without falling. Hurry up and take this one, But then I have to let go of his hair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright, let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip of his hair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks at me. Why are you all the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my... Natsuki's legs shake. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. Natsuki. The scene turns to chaos for a second. The chair's... Practically, I try to catch her. The box topples over her hands. The books go flying. I got you. My face! The force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to steal her with her arms as her face lands straight on my chest. My right arm and back really felt the impact. Is everything okay here? I kind of blipped out of reality. I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly appears in. Monica! See what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't... That's impossible. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know. Don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no. I look down. There's a large tangled creature. Natsuki, are you... No! Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help you get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault. So Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No. I don't even care that much. I just... having a really bad day today. Aww. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Aww. Natsuki. I feel so bad for her. Like, I really do. Like, just seeing that scene, especially with the tears. Oh, my heart. Natsuki shakes her head. Just every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I don't think I'm going to do. Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up, and I'll move the rest of the manga for you. Pick up volume 2 before it goes. We'll set this one aside. This will help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. Eh? That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and sniffles another stomach. I'm sure what happened to her, but being nice is the least I could do. The next couple of minutes are silent, but seriously, as they begin to gather together books. Make sure to slip them in the box in their correct order. After a bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto a shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of our books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. Haha, it's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. Think about cheering me up? If you insist. Aww, that's so cute. We sat around the same spot as last time I opened the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing to the point and pointing things out. She's surprisingly sharp, making notes of little pretty jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monica gets her attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. I guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. Even though you even sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know. Hehehe. Told you. Yeah. I returned to my seat and slipped the book into my bag. Natsuki. Of course, the best girl. The best of the best girl. We gotta go after best girl. Then we'll worry about the other girls. Natsuki returns. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at... Excuse me. My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously, you think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you, you... Natsuki's face like to realize something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki's face vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red face, Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey Hudson, did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No, I just told her that... My voice gets caught in her throat. There's no way I could tell Monica I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monica sees the poem line first. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day, too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Hudson? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind. I'm just kidding. Haha. I didn't understand Monica's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It's just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes out and snatches the poem after Monica's hands. The other side. Nurse started reading the classroom. Did you read this, Monica? Of course, I liked it. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know? You have a bad habit of doing it. Yeah? But Hudson wrote this poem. And we're supposed to share it with everyone, right? Natsuki's face freezed. She apparently forgot that my poem standing for everyone. Well, okay, I think Hudson is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just gonna hold on to this, if you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki. I'll give you the poem, but it's not fair to Sayuri. She hasn't got to read it. So what? Well, I guess Hudson's right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's gonna like it, though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite song, love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really badly. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her opinions are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start liking spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she kept it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross. The world is better without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everybody. Not bad, right? It's quite longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. Of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Anyway, like anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant joke. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's what everybody thinks about Mike. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anybody and it makes them happy? That's right. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. You're definitely right. Best girl. I'm calling it. Best girl. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people care too. You know? I'm glad you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been, enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just like for tomorrow too, okay. Alright, I will. But yeah, we got Persona 5 streams coming this week. I'm trying to do some more videos. Hyrule Warriors I'll probably bring back. Hollow Knight. Oh, the 700 subscriber special. It might be a bit before I'm able to open up the P.O. box again. I'm actually out of work right now for a bit. Medical leave and stuff. But after that, I'll definitely try to get it up. But there will be a 700 subscriber special. So let's go talk to Sayori, because Sayori is second best girl. Or maybe Yuri. I don't know. Oh, I like this one, Hudson. It has some nice things in it. Ah, I'm glad. Still, though, your tone makes it like you like yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, I'd rather just hear it. No. I still like the other one, I promise. You know I wouldn't lie to you, Hudson. Never, ever. Well, yeah, I guess so. What about yesterday's poem so great to compare to this one? I'm not very good at figuring out poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's how it exactly it works. I don't know. My entire brain died. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is pretty important for this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I'm happy. I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a hug and make a nice happy rainbow. I know what happens. Because again, I've played the original Doki Doki Literature Club. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Hudson. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forehead and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. Then I put the bottle on a shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and a bottle all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to say today. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time's elapsed. My empty self could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done. I open up and in come my friends. In such a hurry, do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after another, holding out each and every bottle, but every time I let go, it shatters against the tile near my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who weren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. All I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Oh, holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I'd expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. I've really been in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. Yeah, that was dark. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, and she'd be proud of it. Ah, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori also says something before dropping it no more than a week later. What is this one of those signs? Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Yuri. Yuri, are you still mad at me for disrespecting Natsuki? Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Oh, it's because I wrote it because you prefer her writing over mine. That's not really true. Meaning when I disrespected her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Oh no. Yuri, you might be reading a little too much into this. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, I just come off as awkward and unlikable. But if I speak without thinking, the things I want to keep inside my head come out and make people hate me. So please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monica wants, but it's not fair for you when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri! Please, if it makes it easier, if you don't express any concern. Besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles sadly and puts her head on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's as if she's not capable of listening to me over her own thoughts. I sigh to myself. All I can do is accept that's how she feels. If she wants to be left alone, they have a choice to that request. Yeah, I'm locking in Natsuki as best girl. Hi again, Hudson. That was kind of silly with Natsuki earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad you two have been getting along so well. That's one way of putting it. Anyway, I already read your poem, but you can go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, RGB. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking. I don't think she's not ever done a cube before, other than that one. Let's see. Squeaking, stretching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. And in this poem of meaningless, load me. It's even more abstract than the last one now. Haha. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines was really short to make me feel like they were trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this even a tip about writing? What am I even talking about? Haha, that's it, my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everybody. We're all done reading today's poems. I have such pleasure. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we put anything good together in just a few days. We'll end up just embarrassing ourselves in front of getting any numbers. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more time than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've even done some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. We're going to be performing. Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to give a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anybody else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Heh. Sayori, who's been calling her poster, holds out for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't know where to start putting those posters up, did you? Yeah. It's kind of hard to do the voices sometimes, but it's fun. Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well... Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to perform in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then we'll inspire others to do the same. And more people will perform, and we'll be able to show people what literature's all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others to inspire them the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if that's what it takes in standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me interest. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki... Fine! Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around. I guess I really don't have a choice. Haha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Y'all heading out? Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. My mom was heading out and wanted to say goodbye. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway. But no, that was such foreshadowing. Let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice recite them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry about it. I'll start out. Everyone feel a bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips her notebook, just fixed starting at 9 first out. She stands in front of the podium. Title of this poem is The Way We Fly. Ahem. Monica begins to recite her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply motion between each line she recites, bringing the word to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? Let's see. I glance around me. Everyone else has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes up the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's all fired up. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. I'm kind of basing some of my voices on Jack's voices from back when he played this. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she quietly walks over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances to each other. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes and starts from her phone. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into a boat. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and it's structured that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she finishes. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around her as she bewildered and reserved. He said to me to save the situation. I'm the first person to start applying. Everyone else joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard, so we must have forgotten. As we applied, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. So Yuri hops out of her chair and gleefully walks to the poem. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry I giggled. Sayori! It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easy? Try not to think you're reciting it to people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out best though. I see. Oh, okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made. Matt, the poem isn't as cheery as Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poem. It's like I get to reach more deeply into something I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Hudson liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of your poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Yeah, I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where the sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everybody. Heh. Well, then next time I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have that much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Hudson. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Hudson lower everyone's standard a little bit before I do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get this over with. But it's not like I have much selection with reading. I guess I'll go with what I wrote for the day. I stand up and stand in front of the pen. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy to it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. I'm sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath when she starts reciting her sorrow speaks little while she's a little unenthused. Her poem has a rhythm and rhyme. Rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words still like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She helps back her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Oh, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends... Let's see, give me a sec, guys. It's just so embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I would think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is. So, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everybody for coming through. It might be hard, but I think you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival. I'll be making pamphlets, so I'll let you know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I guess you're surprised about the poems you're reciting instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already presently surprised that you're putting in this effort for this club. It really makes me happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll continue playing tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day. I can't wait! I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find things. You say you're Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I have to do my best. Ready to go? Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home like that together. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Heh. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal of it. It must be nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Hudson. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed, but today Sayori's been a bit quieter than usual on the way. Well, hey, Sayori. Sorry I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like, how we get to... Sayori fumbles her words. So let's just say one day Natsuki asked you to walk home with her. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Eh. I hate to do this, but I'm doing Natsuki. Walk home with Natsuki. Why does that thought make my heart pound? I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she would do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she so cute and fun to be around? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Ha, you just admitted it. Jeez. There's not even point in speculating something that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori? I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone is different. No one in the club is a replacement from you. If you say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it's kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I just can't lie to her. But if there's something that would make her happy, I'd have to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only 2 days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright, guys. So, that is going to do it for the first stream of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. It's kind of nice to do a solo stream because I haven't done one in a couple of days. It's kind of fun. In addition, I really missed this game. This game was like more in the early stages, I think, of me streaming, where I did a complete playthrough of this and one shot and all that. But overall, this was really fun. But if you guys enjoyed this stream, please hit that like button down below. And if you're new, please subscribe, as more people are always welcome within the Hudson Army. And if you would like, I do have a Discord server in the description. So join the Hudson Army. You can chat with me, other fans and subscribers. You can suggest games. There could even be voice chats, because I might do, like, if I ever do an Among Us stream again, we could do an Among Us stream where we're all together talking. But either way, I do hope you guys enjoyed this stream as always. And alright, everyone, Hudson signing off. See you later, guys.